Welcome everybody to ECC Season 7 Division 1 playoffs. We are in for some big games. It is Division 1, so there is a prize pool provided by Godalions. It is Recognized Talent versus the Ice Pops. Recognized Talent consisting of Niptrox, Lewis Hendo, Solar, and Matty Moo as their sub, with the Ice Pops consisting of Anima, Razor, and Drum Hunter, all competing for a prize pool provided by Godalions. How much is that prize pool, Mr. Mockfish?
I mean, for Division 1, it is the first place gets €50 flat, and then I believe 16% of every donation that's coming through Metrorino or like PayPal donations to our streams. So that will contribute directly to that prize pool. So if you donate, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, it's just a nice gesture for the teams who are competing in this division.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane, to be fair. Division 1, we finally got there. You know, we saw some Division 2 action earlier today on this stream. We saw some Division 2 action over on Slipstream EU without the 2. And that will be back tomorrow with more Division 2. But we're going to get into Recognized Talent versus the Ice Pops. What are your predictions for this one, sir?
I mean, after scrimming against the Recognized Talent a lot last season and playing the Ice Pops in league play, I think Recognized Talents are the favorites here. They are more of a solid roster. They work well off one another, whereas the Ice Pops are very dependent on Franz. Who needs to have a strong game and keep the rotation together. So I think if Recognized Talent can just cut out Franz from the plays and maybe bully him a bit, bump him around, demo him, then Recognized Talent should be able to take this one.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think, I've casted Recognized Talent a hell of a lot. I think they're a very good side, Solar has been given the nickname of the Thief. The Thief, even though, because that man is always stealing that ball. And I think the Ice Pops, I've casted them a few times as well. I think they do have to rely on one singular player. And that's the problem. If that one player doesn't have a good game, that all goes away. But Recognized Talent versus the Ice Pops. Let's get this underway. If you want to let the players know.
Yeah, the players will be joining in now. So hopefully, also on the side of Recognized Talents, we can't go ahead against them because Niptrox would literally fire us. So please, please don't fire us.
Wishes he could fire us. Let's be real. If Niptrox tried to fire us, there would be riots. But we are underway. Lewis Hendo and Anima starting the kickoff. Anima winning it fairly easily. Sent into the middle. The shot is there. Lewis Hendo with the demo on Franz. And again, the effect of Franz being there in that attack already coming into play. Solar's changed his name to Spookler, and it's been tripping me out for the last second. And that is a great name, to say the least. But, wow.
Yeah, completely lost for words. Good challenge there from Drum Hunter. Niptrox a bit lost on the backboard and then just aborts it way too early and leaving Anima with quite an easy tap-in for a first goal. Ice Pops coming out swinging.
Yeah, that's what you need to be as much as we've already said Recognized Talent probably in the lead, probably will be taking it. They are definitely not in the league, as Niptrox doesn't catch it very well and slots it into the net. That was a bit of an awkward one for them.
Yeah, horrible start. Niptrox just a bit too far forward there and then gets the unfortunate catch on it as well. That just gets it away from him. So, not a good start. Not a good start for Recognized Talent here.
Yeah, Recognized Talent struggling thus far, but there's only 30 seconds gone in this game. So it can still go either way as Franz takes it downfield. The shot is off again, but Solar is there to get the block. Sent back downfield. It's just sat in the middle at the minute. The block comes in from Drum Hunter, who keeps it there, which is fairly awesome to see. Lewis Hendo sending it downfield again, but the block is there from Anima. Niptrox is going to go up the wall with it, or not. Just gets a great touch from him to keep it there. It is still there. Anima is there to block it, though, and the shot can't be taken. It is back and forth now, as Recognized Talent, they seem to have come into it a little bit more.
Yeah, they needed the first minute off, but unfortunately, Ice Pops were just there to pounce on every tiny mistake to make that 2-0 lead. And now, of course, it's a bit of a weird one, playing from 2-0 behind with so much time left, but Recognized Talent seem to be settling into this one rather nicely now, and now they can actually build some pressure here as Lewis Hendo gets it into the corner once more. But the clear comes out for Anima, not only as far as Hendo though. So it's building the pressure here, and Spookler with a shot that's just wide.
Did you actually just call him Spookler? Oh, what was
did.
that? 3-0, just like that.
Yeah, Anima and Hendo, that's a good pinch. And then Drum Hunter, for some reason, just chilling upfield. Works out for him, apparently. 3-0 for Ice Pops.
Yeah, Recognized Talent not having the best game of their life so far. 3-0 is the scoreline, as the kickoff is won by the boys in blue right there. Drum Hunter's going to go up for it. It's going to bounce off the backboard. No, it's not, because Franz tries to slot it in the net. Unable to get the dunk, as Lewis Hendo is going to go for the clear. He's taking it. He's controlling it. He gets it past one. The pass into the middle. The shot is there, and Lewis Hendo slots it home. What a little play from him.
Inspired by the card choice, Pele just flowing through his veins, just taking out everybody from that Ice Pop side and demoing Franz just for good measure. Just putting it in Pele-like. That's really good stuff from Lewis Hendo there.
And that is what you need to see at this point if you're the Recognized Talent roster. You know, down by 3 goals. They needed that very much so, and they are back in, essentially back in this game as Anima gets a demo on Solar. Lewis Hendo's going to go up the wall, but the block is there again. Niptrox is going to send it downfield. Lewis Hendo's going to go with it. He does get it past one. Is it on target? It's not, but it's there to finish it off again. And Lewis Hendo is having a stormer of a game so far.
Yeah, he's the one that settles in best for Recognized Talent, I reckon. But good ground control there to keep it low and on the wall, and then going just for the Doomsday dish. Obviously, the net was wide open at this point, but still, to get it, you still have to get that Doomsday dish, which isn't the easiest of tasks all the time. But he makes it, and now it's only a 1-goal game with half the game left to go. So Recognized Talents are fully back in it now.
Back in it indeed, but Franz shuts that down straight away. 4-2 is the scoreline, and it looks like we're going to be in one hell of a series.
There, the caster curse striking again, as Franz is just quicker than everybody else on the Recognized Talent side, and just gets it over the last defender, who believe it was Niptrox, just wasn't quite quick enough on the ball there. So 2-goal lead re-established for Ice Post. Maybe they can hold on to this one.
It is possible. 2 goals in it, but the shot comes in. Franz with a great save, but the shot's going to come in again from Lewis Hendo. It's going to bounce off the backboard. He's going to go for it. Slotted home, and Lewis Hendo once again. 3 shots, 3 goals. What a game he's having.
Beautiful double tap. And Franz just unfortunately missing the ball there, but nothing to take away from that double tap. Very clean. Just gets it around 2 defenders there and just slots it in for the 3-4. That's a hell of an opening game. 7 goals already. I hope this doesn't slow down.
7 goals. It's already kicking off in this game. 3-4 is the scoreline. As Stola goes for it once again. Lewis Hendo gets a backflip, just sends it backwards. But Franz is there to get rid of it, and Niptrox unable to do anything with it. Drum Hunter's going to take it downfield, tries to carry it. Lewis Hendo comes off the backboard with it, though, and Franz catches it really well. He goes for a bit of an air dribble, passes it to Anima. It's sort of slotted into the corner, sent back downfield. Is there going to be a goal here? No, there's not, because Solar with the clearance, and Franz hits it off that backboard. And we've already spoke about the impact that Franz can have on this team, and it seems he is doing pretty much one of the best on the team at the moment.
Yeah, he's really having a standout performance right now. Again, keeping his teammates in check and just coordinating them. I think probably his strong suit is which we don't see, the comms, where he's just able to call on his teammates or call off his teammates just as he needs them to be. As there's the challenge coming out and the transition maybe now from Recognized Talent. Solar can't take the shot. But yeah, Franz is just this standout player, and Recognized Talent, every time they are able to shut down Franz on defense or on offense, they are having a better attack and more pressure. So this needs to be their strategy going forward.
The strategy is there to be changed. 35 seconds on the clock. Solar passes it to Niptrox. A great pass it was. Sent it into the middle. Niptrox slots it home, and we are all even. Is this going to go to overtime at this point?
Yeah, all square, and a great touch there from Solar to Niptrox, who just dunks the defender Leaves her with no chance. Drum Hunter trying to go for the demo, but just barely misses that one. So all square. That's a good comeback from Recognized Talents. That must be demoralizing on the Ice Pop side, though.
Definitely demoralizing to come down from that much, and Solar is able to do a backflip, just get the touch on to keep that out. A great save from him as it gets sent back downfield. The counter attack is on. He's going to come off the wall with it. He goes for the dribble. He does go to catch it on the second touch, unable to do anything with it though. Coming back into it again. The counter attack is on again. Niptrox sends it downfield. The shot is off. It's into the center. It's still there, and if Solar can jump up and do it, then that would be insane. But unfortunately, unable to do anything with it, and it drops down. And we are in overtime.
And not a boring 0-0 overtime. No. 4 goals have been scored by each side. So this could be very, very quick, judging by the defense up until this point. Let's see if which team can clean it up a bit better in overtime, as there's a good shot coming in from France, but Luis Hendo is there with the last-ditch effort to save it.
Luis Hendo playing his part extremely well yet again. And this is anybody's game at this point. Does look like Recognized Talent. They've got all the momentum. It's sent into the middle. Niptrox is going to get the shot, slots it home. Recognized Talent have come from 4-0 down to win this game 5-4, and they will be leading this series.
Yeah, it's just a great pass from Solar down to Niptrox, who just doinks it in. Doesn't even need to flip into it to generate enough power to get it past the last defender, who was France. But yeah, just great play there. Yeah, we can see the different aspects of the play. From Recognized Talents, more focused on the passing plays, whereas Ice Pop's a bit more focused on the getting out of defense, and then let's see what happens after that one. We haven't seen that much pressure. A lot of shots from Ice Pops, but not a lot of pressure, I feel like.
Yeah, Artie on top really, they struggled in the first minute, and then they came out of their shell, and they really went for it. The Ice Pops, unfortunately, they just sort of fell apart after that first minute. They had a few attempts on goal, but they were unable to do anything with it. And you can't just rely on one player. And we saw that again. We said it before the stream. We saw that Franz pretty much, he did carry a little bit, as much as there isn't a ton of points difference between them. He did really well. Luis Hendo for Recognized Talent, standout performance from him in that game. And the question now is, if Recognized Talent can come back from that 4-goal deficit to win 5-4, will RT be on top at the end of this series?
Well, it would certainly bode well for our predictions if RT would come out on top, but anything can happen in a Rocket League series. And it's only game 1 of a best of 7, don't forget. So there's still a lot of Rocket League to play here. And I think if Recognized Talent can use that momentum right now and the psychological upper hand that they surely must have after coming back from 3-0 down and then winning in overtime, I think they can make something work here. Yeah,
hopefully we will see some more insane action from the Ice Pops. They came out really strong there, but now RT on top, they are warmed up, so they're going to be going for it fairly well. So Franz is able to get a great block on that. He's coming downfield now, sends it back. Niptrox gets the block again. Solar getting the demo on Franz, and that's such an important demo to get. Do you think we'll see a few more demo plays maybe to try and switch it up a little bit and try and just break down that defense?
I mean, they haven't been relying too much on it, as Franz just gets an incredible angle. Holy fuck.
Yeah, an incredible angle indeed. It was insane to see, and at this point, it can be anybody's game. It's one of them where it's just incredible to see. Niptrox, he's gonna keep it there for the time being. Franz again showing why he is the standout player of the Ice Pops roster. And jumping, going for the shot again. Solar gets a fairly easy save, just catches it perfectly. Sent back downfield. Niptrox with the block gets the clearance for now. Bounces off the backboard though as the shot comes in, and Drum Hunter goes to send it back. Sent back downfield by Franz. Luis Hendo coming out of the net to get the block, and it seems that RT on top, they're just stuck in their own area at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much the first time that the Ice Pops get some pressure as Franz gets over the last defender. It's wide. But yeah, the Ice Pops just solidifying their pressure a bit here, and now RT can finally break out. A good pass to transition out of defense. Maybe they can mount some pressure of their own as they're looking for the passing plays, not going for the direct shots here, but rather looking for the teammates who's better positioned to just clang it into the back of the net. They have to be careful though, because those kind of plays are very reliant on all three being upfield. But Niptrox is just gonna walk it in for the equalizer. Where were all the Ice Pops defenders?
They had just disappeared right there. And look how long he waited. He was able to wait a long time to just catch it perfectly and slot it home. He wasn't risking it. That was incredibly methodical and incredibly smart of him. And the defense, it just wasn't there.
Yeah, I think the last man, which was Anima, just was a bit too aggressive there, trying to get a 50 where there really wasn't a 50 available for him. So yeah, we see a lapse of judgment coming out from the Ice Pops, as there's a beautiful passing play coming out from RT on top. Solar to Lewis Hendo, who gives it back to Niptrox, and he just slots it into the back of the net.
That is what we are. That is what we are talking about. You know, that is just absolutely incredible to see. It is the exact point that we've been saying, is that it needs to be like that. Those are the types of goals that we need. We need to get them to place off, and Niptrox and Lewis Hendo, they play insanely well together. And this whole team, they've teamed together for a bit now. After Ragnarok left that roster, they've gelled really well, and they could do things like that because of how well they play together.
Yeah, you can see it right there. The chemistry is definitely there. But what RT on top is doing quite well is also being more aware of where one another are positioned, as there's a good catch coming out from Franz. Is the demo there? No, it isn't, but Franz just solo plays it around the last defender. There, unfortunately, Caster's Curse striking again. As soon as I say, yeah, they're really well not double committing, of course they're going to double commit.
Yep, that double commit was there, and that, they really made people pay for it. And that was, it is not very good to see from their point of view. A little bit of miscommunication again there. Maybe Lewis Hendo asked for a little bit of help, not too sure, but he did get yeeted a little bit. It's sent back downfield by Franz, and Franz, yet again, he's showing why he is that standout player. And originally, for the Recognized Talent roster, Solar was that standout player, but Niptrox and Lewis Hendo, they've really come into their own at this point. And it's great to just see their development as a team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've had the issues. I don't know exactly why they split up with Ragnarok, but I've been finding Lewis Hendo as a replacement definitely worth it, judging by how he's playing in this series right now, where he is a bit standout, but very team serving. He's very smart with what he does and how he positions himself. As there's another great shot from Franz. Holy moly.
Franz is a great mechanical player. Ragnarok left the Recognized Talent roster due to work commitments, so he was just working too much to be able to play consistently with them, which ended up resulting in Lewis Hendo coming in. But Franz, he is just a standout player, and he surely could be on a much better team with teammates who are going to perform to the same ability, the same ability as him, the same performance levels.
I mean, he was transferred in halfway during the season. The Ice Pops originally were the 10th seed, got 2 forfeit wins, which helped them to get to playoffs in the first 2 weeks, and then they picked up Franz, in the rest is history, as they say. Now he's really helping them grow and mature, and picking up the results where they need, and obviously play better as well. You're gonna play better when you have a better teammate going on, but. Yeah, what the Ice Pops needs to be wary of is not being too over-reliant. Anima and Drum Hunter have to be pulling their own weight as well, and not leaving it up to Franz to iron out every single mistake, every single mishap that will inevitably happen.
Yeah, and that again it's kind of what we've seen with Recognized Talent and their team development. They've done extremely well with actually developing as a team and developing with the better players. So maybe Ice Pops just need a little bit more time to be able to do that, though, as it is coming back downfield yet again. Ice Pops, they're in the lead once again as it's sent back downfield by Solar, and Franz with the save hits it home, and the Ice Pops, they are going to take this game, and it's 1-1 in the series.
Yeah, we talked so much about the different rosters, we completely forgot about, wait, there's a game going on. Which, just the Ice Pops overall were just a lot more, I think, a lot more clinical with it in the end. Although 7 shots to 6 shots suggests something else, this was the first time they had some pressure and were able to, keep up for a bit. They were like for a minute in the half of the recognized talent side. What I want to see from RT now is a bit more commitment on the offense to try and make something happen. Maybe the first man who gets the initial push forward just hunts for a demo. Just get anyone out. Ideally, it would be Franz, but get anyone of the Ice Pops players out of there just to make it a bit easier on yourself here.
Yeah, I completely get what you mean. It is kind of... It was insane to see, The Ice Pops, Franz is definitely that standout player. You can just see it in the points right there. He has stood out. And if Drum Hunter and Anima, if they can stand up and they can perform as well as Franz can, then they could perform really, really well as a team. And, they were able to take that game. But will they be able to take the next game?
I mean, only one way to find out, and all players are eager to get starting as the countdown for the first kickoff in Game 3 comes down. It's Niptrox versus Anima on this one.
Yeah, as the kickoff comes in fairly straight away, bounces off one of the players. Luisendo sends it downfield. Niptrox is going to go for the dunk. Does he get it? He gets a touch, but the defender is there to hit it against the backboard and get the block. Niptrox is going to try and catch this now fairly easily. He's being very slow and methodical, which is great to see. Anima steals it from him, though, but Luisendo is there to get the clear again. Niptrox is going to go for it. He does get it past Franz, and Solar takes over. As it's sent back downfield again, it's going to bounce off the backboard, sent outfield. Franz catches it. He's there with the shot. Solar is there with a great rotation from him. Anima, a little bit of miscommunication there. What just happened?
Yeah, Anima and Drum Hunter both really not sure who was going to go for that one. But it's back and forth until now. Like, no team with like prolonged period of pressure in Game 3 so far, as there's a good shot coming in from Drum Hunter just against the crossbar. And another double commit coming out from the Ice Pops. This time Drum Hunter and Franz, who could not communicate properly who is going to take that shot. But yeah, both teams a bit more careful, I think, in game number 3 so far. Not wanting to overcommit anything, so the pressure can't really constitute itself. But the Ice Pops now looking like the more aggressive team right at the second.
Definitely appearing to be the more aggressive team, and that is what you need, But the recognized talent roster, they were playing a little bit methodical as it comes in, and Franz gets a save on Solar's shot. They have been a little bit more methodical, but sometimes that can work out in your favour. So far, it doesn't appear to be, but Niptrox again getting it past one, he gets it past the other. Is anybody there to do anything with it? Luisendo stops it from going outfield yet again. Franz goes up for it and just misses it completely as Luisendo with the demo. Luisendo is there to catch this. He goes for the double touch. Solar gets the touch away just to send it enough to the left to get rid of it for the time being. But it is coming in. The great angle from Drum Hunter there, though, as Solar, he has to readjust in the nets to get rid of it. Franz going for a flip reset. Doesn't look like he got that, and sent back downfield. And again, it's anybody's game to win.
Yeah, and what I've just realized is that Niptrox actually changed car. He was in the Skyline earlier. He now switched back to his, I guess, tried and tested and old beloved Octane. So maybe he wasn't happy with how he performed the last game in the Skyline, and now he wants to switch it up. This could also be a bit of a mind game on your opponent when suddenly you see someone in another car that you don't expect for a second. So maybe a psychological move, maybe a move for his own self-esteem. Let's just see. But Ice Pops looking like the stronger side so far, I think, in Game 3. They're really making RT work for it, as there's no follow-up on any Ice Pops player. The goal was wide open and the ball was right in front of it. So if they leave out chances like that, then they might be regretting that one.
So getting rid of it once again, just yeets it downfield. It's going to go up the corner, but Franz is going to go with it. A very mechanically gifted player. is Franz as Luis Hendo catches it. The demo comes in from Franz on Luis Hendo, and that could be incredibly important as it's sent back downfield by Solar, who just gets a fairly easy play. But like Anima getting the double touch just stops it in the corner. Franz is going to take over and send it downfield. Anima and Franz force it past Solar, and it is again just being caught, and it is just a little game of ping pong at the minute. 1 minute 17 on the clock, and it really can be anybody's game, but it does look like the Ice Pops having a slight advantage.
Yeah, the advantage is likely there, as Anima just had a huge whiff. That was a potential shot on target. He just missed there with the aerial. But no team has been able to carve out like significant chances. We see 4 shots registered, or 5 now on the side of the Ice Pops, and 2 shots registered for RT on top. But yeah, nothing really too dangerous right now. Both teams are struggling a bit in the offensive department. Or alternatively, their defense is just really good. But looking at it, I think it's more struggling in the offensive department. There's not a lot of creativity coming out from either team. It's more like pin it and hope, rather than going for solid plays, which Anima does right there. And it leads to a great chance for Franz. But there's a save coming out from Solar, I believe, who can now transition it up into offense once again.
Absolutely. 12 seconds on the clock, and are we going to go into an overtime? We saw an insane first game with 8 goals in that. I think it was 9 by the time it finished. And this time, no goals so far, but Anima, as I say that, the Caster's Curse has cost them, as Anima slots it home, and it looks like Ice Pops, unless they can do something with the kickoff, are going to take this game.
There is no kickoff. This was 0 seconds. The Ice Pops just steal that one just on the cusp of overtime. Franz with a good dribble and then an amazing 50. Anima being very well positioned, close enough so he could take advantage of the ball that was just barely in the air and just takes that shot. I guess, yeah, the Ice Pops, although their offense hasn't been like threatening at all, at least they had offense this game. So they could make something out of it, and the one time the 50 doesn't go well for recognized talents, they get immediately punished. Franz again leading that attack, but Anima being the cleanup man to put it away. And now with a 2-1 in behind them, the Ice Pops are surely feeling the hype right now.
Yeah, they've got the momentum, and the momentum is so important in this game. It is great to see, but again, you know, they're relying on Franz, and Franz is, you know, Niptrox didn't necessarily have a good game that game. Maybe he was getting warmed up to that car because he did swap cars. I think the issue for recognized talent was that they weren't aggressive enough. They weren't going for enough chances. In the beginning, it did work really well how slow and methodical they were, but once the Ice Pops figured out their way of play and figured out that they were being methodical, they just stopped and they were like, nope, we're taking this.
Yeah, I think recognized talent need a switch up right now just to come out of the gates, just swing in and be like, oh, you expect this from us? Psych! We're going to do something completely different right now, because in Game 3, this has been very slow, very methodical, more like trying to take control of it and then getting rushed by the Ice Pop side. So this time they have to switch it up, otherwise I don't see a different ending to any other game following this one.
Yeah, literally, you hit the nail on the head right there. As it gets sent downfield, again, Niptrox is there to catch it. 10 seconds of this game gone, as Luis Hendo's going to go for it, send it back to the middle. It looks like it bounced a little bit quicker than he thought it was going to, and he doesn't make contact with it, but Niptrox is able to get rid of it for the time being. Drum Hunter keeping that pressure on, though, getting rid of it, and Solar sends it. Niptrox carrying the ball right now, and it looks like he overshot it a little bit, wasn't able to do anything with it, and it is back downfield, but a great rotation once again from Solar with his Halloween car to go with it. The shot comes in, Franz slots it home, and again, Franz proving that he is the standout player of this roster.
Yeah, but don't underestimate the pass from Anima, which was the perfect distance away from the goal that Franz had in free aerial, and the defenders couldn't do anything coming from the backboard. So that pass was actually very well paced by Franz with amazing shots. Solar in net, no chance of getting to that one. And there's once again an early lead for the Ice Pops. Niptrox and co seem to be struggling quite a lot right now against the style of play, but there's gone against the crossbar. There's no follow-up from the third man as Luis Hendo just misses it, but gets the exit demo. Now Niptrox can try and maintain some pressure, but the ball is just off the wall, and they lose any semblance of boost advantage they had.
Lewis Hendo really struggling to get that second touch there. Niptrock sending it back downfield. Drumhunter's going to catch it, though. It is still them. They're going to go. He's going to go for the challenge. Anima gets just the touch he needs just to send it off course back into the center again, but Drumhunter is going to get the clearance. Solar catches it again, but again, just the clearance it is there as Anima's running very low on boost, as is Drumhunter there. Franz coming off the wall to get rid of it. Solar bounces it off the ceiling in an attempt at a clearance, gets it past one, and Lewis Hendo is there. A great little defender he has turned out to be. It's Franz again sending it downfield into the center. The shot is off, but Solar with a great save. He is there at the perfect time, and that rotation of recognized talent is really coming into play in this game.
Yeah, it seems like they're a bit more cleaner with their rotation in opposing to the Ice Pops, who are a bit sloppy on the rotation, but they can be because every time they have Franz on the ball, the other two know, okay, we have the time, we can get boost now, we can get something going if we position ourselves correctly. But it's a different style of play, whereas RT is more clean and more predictable with a kind of rotation. One hit and then go out, one hit and then go out. There's not a lot of cutting going on. So maybe that's something they could try to switch up as well to make to maybe surprise the Ice Pop side going into the second half of game number 4.
Anything can happen in Rocket League. We're halfway through this game, and if Recognized Talent want to come back into it, they're going to need to get a goal fairly quickly as Solar tries to dribble it, but Drumhunter is going to take it away from him. One goes for the shot. Lewis Hendo with a great save, and it still goes in. How has that not been saved right there? Look at that.
Anima with the shot against the crossbar, and then Franz just being smart, not flipping into the shot, and maybe he was scared to sky it completely, but positioning his car that the save, there was nowhere to go for the save other than in his car, and then it was just a perfect dunk into the net. So that's just a 2-1 right now for Ice Pops, and they are looking mighty strong with Franz playing like he is right now.
2-0 in this game. A great save right there coming in from Franz. So the shot is off again, bounces off at the crossbar. Anima, and I'm not too sure who that was, but the pinch against the opponent's car just bounces it right up against the ceiling. Anima's going to send it into the center. It is in the recognized talent area as Lewis Hendo is just off, and this defense has fallen apart, and Franz slots it home. And the Ice Pops, they are taking over at this point.
Oh, Solar. Oh, that can't be happening at this level of play, mate. Sorry to call you out, but that was an easy clear, and he had the whiff, and Franz is just there to capitalize off of that one. That hurts a lot because they still had enough time to get into this match, maybe, when they decide to get some offense going. But right now, this is all the Ice Pop show as Franz comes in out of nowhere and puts on a 4th.
Franz is in it, and you can't count out the other boys. At least, you know, they're both getting assists. Drumhunter assisting with that one. Anima's got 2 assists, but Franz, again, 4 goals, 5 shots, and he is proving why you can have a star player and 2 not-so-star players.
Yeah, I mean, we are focusing on Franz quite a lot right now, but Anima and Drumhunter, their playstyle really enables Franz. They are like, okay, you want to be like everywhere and do everything? Okay, sure, we'll facilitate that. And they are very wary of his positioning in regards to the ball as there comes a shot against the post with a pinch save from the RT side here. But Anima and Drumhunter are just facilitating Franz's strength, which is like being loose, being mechanical, and being in your opponent's head, as there's a great triple touch coming out from Niptrox. Franz can't save that one right now, and Solar puts it in for 4-1. What a recovery!
Yeah, what a recovery indeed. They have finally got a goal, but is it too little too late? They need 3 more in the next 52 seconds.
3 goals in 52 seconds. That mountain seems insurmountable, but it has happened before. So, but I don't really see it happening this game. The offense of RT is just a bit too lacking. They just can't get anything going, it seems like. So if Ice Pops play this smart, they just can just like elapse the timer, and they're doing that right now. A lot of high bounces, a lot of like slow floaty balls that are difficult to intercept for RT, and the time is just fading away.
Time is fading away, and it does look Like, any hope of them taking this game is fading away with it. And, you know, they have the momentum. The shot is off again from Franz, but Solar is there to get the save. Lewis Hendo is able to follow up and get the clearance for now. 4 seconds on the clock, and that has got to be game, set, and match for this one.
Not match right now. It's only 3-1 after this one.
Oh, well, not match, but like game, set, and match, like this game.
Yeah,
you know?
this game is done. So I think RT need to take this full minute. Maybe their coach is watching the stream and just tell them they need to start some offense. They can't just be in their own half like all the time and not putting on any pressure. They need to be more aggressive, be on them, be on the ice pops, try to intercept every touch, but it could very well happen. 3-1 to 4-3. We have seen it in Division 2 plenty of times. But it will be a big mountain to climb with the ice pops playing like they are right now.
Yeah, it is a big mountain, but if anybody can do it, Recognized Talent can do it. They've got that chemistry. We saw it. You know, we've seen it throughout this series already. It is still all to play for at this point. As Recognized Talent, they're going to be looking for a bit of a comeback now. If they can isolate Franz, they should be able to come back in it. But the issue is that Franz just gets away with it so often. You just spoke about Anima and Drum Hunter's playstyle working well for them, and it does. It works really well, but it just seems isolated on Franz. Like, if you can isolate Franz, maybe you'll be in with a chance.
Yeah, at this point, I think RT will have to almost cover him with one player just constantly on his tail and be like more playing like a 2v2 against Anima and Drum Hunter to take Franz out of the equation and have one player constantly harassing him. Just be dedicated to harassing Franz at this point.
I would agree with that, as Solo comes off the backboard to get the save. Lewis Hendo even getting the demo on Drum Hunter. Send it downfield again. Solo with the shots. Solo slots it home, and Recognized Talent, they are in the lead at this point.
Yeah, good pass from here. Drum Hunter being baited out by Niptrox, who puts it against the corner, and then Franz wasn't there quick enough to get the save, and that's 1-0 now for Recognized Talent. But let's see if they can actually keep it up this game, or if Franz and co will come back yet again.
Yeah, great touch there from Franz to stop that on the backboard. And Solar is going to try and follow it up, but Franz is there to get the pinch. It doesn't pinch very well. It just sort of stops in the center. Drum Hunter sending it back downfield. It looked like an awkward touch from Franz, that did, but maybe it came off Solar. I'm not too sure. Lewis Hendo slotting that home yet again. And it is all to play for Recognized Talent.
Yeah, just a great pass from Solar to Lewis Hendo, who was still upfield from the earlier 50. That put the ball mid to Solar, so it was a good 1-2 play from the Recognized Talent spot. And they're looking a bit more comfortable right now. Maybe they figured something out yet that we don't know about yet, but we'll have to keep watching this game to find out if they maybe found the magic formula on how to beat the Ice Pops.
It is possible. Drum Hunter getting the block again, getting a pass to Franz. Franz passes it back to him. The shot is off, and Lewis Hendo, how's he not saved that there then?
A brilliant placement from Drum Hunter, just behind the opponent. Great pass from Drum Hunter up to Franz, and then the give and go back to Drum Hunter, and that shot just barely behind Lewis Hendo, who just can't get his car turned around. Has too much momentum going forward, and thus it's only 2-1 now. The defense of Recognized Talent looking a bit shoddy again.
Yeah, whatever formula that they had found initially, they need to find it yet again as the pass comes into the center. Niptrox just get yeeted into the backboard, and Solar is going to try and carry it now. Unable to though, because Anima just steals it from him. And it's just slotted into that corner at the minute. Lewis Hendo gets a clear, but sent back downfield by Drum Hunter. A great pass to Franz. Franz tries to slot it home, unable to do anything with it though. And they get it past one. Drum Hunter gets it past two. And it is there, and the defense of Recognized Talent have fallen apart.
What a 1v3 play from Drumhunter. Takes round 2 with that touch and then puts it in the short corner from his side. That was a really difficult angle for him to get. You can see his car twisting and turning in weird ways, getting like the weird touch with the wheels, but it just slots it past the last defender. Now it's all squared yet again. 3 minutes to go in game number 5, and this could be very dangerous for Recognized Talent.
Yeah, Ice Pop's on match point at this point, on series point even, and they look like, they look very aggressive. They look like they want it. As Lewis Hendo comes out of the net again to get another save, and Drumhunter goes for a shot. He whiffs it, and the shot comes in from Anima. Franz is there, bounces it off. One, it hits the crossbar, doesn't go in. That was very dangerous right there indeed.
Off the crossbar, off the post, and somehow not in. Franz must be kicking himself right now. He was so sure he placed that one perfectly on Niptrox's car to just bounce it in, but no sir, as there's a difficult touch on the backboard, but Solar is there for the saves. The RT side again being unable to break out of defense with the pressure that Franz and co are able to not only put on, but to maintain for a longer period of time. Maybe now they can get out with Hendo getting it onto the opponent's backboard, but it's not looking very dangerous right now.
Yeah, sat downfield again at 1 minute 50 on the clock. The goal is needed for Recognized Talent. Will we see that comeback, that redemption story, so to speak? Sent back downfield, Niptrox whiffs it! He whiffs it as well! The shot is there and it's in! What a messy goal, but Recognized Talent, they are in the lead because of Lewis Hendo.
Yeah, Anima with just a bad touch back, and Drumhunter not being able to deal with that. Then everybody misses, and Lewis Hendo's like, okay, wait. I remembered, I'm GC, I'm not actually bronze, so I can put this away, and slots it home for the lead as the kickoff is coming out strong for the Ice Pops, who are trying to get some pressure immediately now. They need that goal back, and they need it back fast.
They do need it back fast, indeed. Lewis Hendo is sat in the corner once again, gets it past one. Franz gets it, but the block from Niptrox is there. Solar's there as well. Lewis Hendo going downfield. Looks like all three are going downfield at the minute. Lewis Hendo sending it into the middle. Franz with a great clear. The Drumhunter is there to just stop it once again. Niptrox with a great rotation, but it's not enough as it's sent back towards the net. Lewis Hendo is there though, and Anima is just going to stop it once again. He's going to go for it. He gets it past one, bounces it off the backboard. Franz pins it against the backboard. Lewis Hendo with the clear. Pinch against the corner from Drumhunter, sends it downfield, and it is finally out of the Recognized Talent half. Yeah,
and a big sigh of relief now from Recognized Talents, who can finally get some boost, get the positioning back again, because this was a bit scrappy as the offense from the Ice Pops was mounting. So yeah, if they can, now their objective needs to be having that ball in the other half, because you don't want to have Franz on offense. You never want to see him on offense. He's just such a weapon when he's properly supported by his teammates.
Yeah, you can see the strategy that the Ice Pops trying to do. They're trying to stop Recognized Talent having possession. We just saw Franz, instead of leaving it in there, he knew it wasn't going to go in. He passed it back to his teammates, and it works really well for them. 5 seconds on the clock. Will they be able to do anything with it? As it comes back upfield again, Solar is going to get a touch on it and try and hit it downfield, but Anima is there yet again. It's still up. Drumhunter gets a touch, and then it is hit down by the Recognized Talent player. And Recognized Talent, they're going to need 2 more games like that to take this series.
Yeah, they stay alive, and the main thing is here, the Ice Pops just couldn't take that many shots. Only 5 shots for the Ice Pops and 4 shots for Recognized Talent. At the end, the efficiency there was key for Recognized Talents, and the early 2-0 lead did come through in the end, but that might be just one game. They need to do that now consistently, and the Ice Pops they had the pressure. Nothing amounted of their pressure, but they had most of the pressure this game yet again. So this time the defense held strong, but what if it doesn't, and the Ice Pops can take 10 or 12 shots again? Then that's really difficult for Recognized Talent to stay winning this series or the next game.
Yeah, it is difficult, and that is the thing, really. It's one of them where these things happen, and you need to be able to capitalize on it. Franz, again, he had a good game. He was there, but his teammates really supported him a bit more that game. I'm kind of surprised that Recognized Talent were able to come back from that and actually take the win, because I didn't think they would be able to. But at the end of the day, they were able to get that win, and we are going into another game. And, you know, still, the Ice Pops are on series point.
Yeah, and if they don't want to second guess themselves or doubt themselves, they really need to be taking this win, because losing game 5, that's okay. You still have one more like extra life to be on, but when you go into that game 7, you don't know what's gonna happen if the momentum was just too much from the opposition. So ideally, the Ice Pops want to close it out now in game 6, as there's a demo coming out from Solar, but the fortunate bump with his teammate Lewis Hendo that just makes it all go to waste.
Yeah, we went to waste indeed. Sent back downfield now, back in the Ice Pops area. Franz is going to go for gets the flip reset. What a shot from him. Slots it home. Lewis Hendo unable to do anything with it. And the Ice Pops, they are off on their roll.
Yeah, Nipchok just being caught a bit too far forward, being like, okay, what can he do from this angle? Oh, not much. Oh, wait, he's underneath the ball. He's just going to scoop it up. Well, fuck me. So this is another lead goal for the Ice Pops, and Anima taking over the second one. Can he get the dribble touch? No, he can't. Franz with the shot, and it's good. No! Solo with the save. Where did he come from?
Solar is a Houdini, to say the least. He comes out of absolutely nowhere to get that save, and that is what you need to do if you are recognized talent at this point. You need to be getting them saves, because you can't afford too many goals. Any one goal can be the difference between victory and defeat, as Nipchok sends it back downfield. Drumhunter with the shot. Solar again with the save. Solar's going to carry it now. He's going to send it downfield. The shot is off and the goal is there. Solar, he is definitely getting the treat rather than the trick right there.
Yeah, and Franz with an unfortunate touch into the ceiling, but Anima just moving way too aggressively forward. There was no chance in hell that he would have gone to it. He's just caught too far forward, and Solar recognized that and just puts it over him and puts it into the nets for the equalizer. That's a really bad mistake to be doing at this point in the game.
Mistakes like that, you know, the opposition will capitalize on as it's sent back downfield again, but the clearance is there from the little double commit. Nipchok sends it back downfield again. Drumhunter is just a bit randomly out of place. Sent back downfield. Franz comes off the corner. Lewis Hendo with the demo on Drumhunter. It's sent downfield again. Nipchok is going to be there to catch it. The boost isn't there for the two Ice Pops players who were looking for it. Nipchok's also with no boost. Lewis Hendo with a very high shot, but Franz with an easy clearance. 1-1 is the scoreline. Who have you got taking this game?
It's too early to call for me. Both teams have some good plays, but I think that with how it looks like now, RT are still on the back foot as Franz just puts it over the defender. Both defenders were there in second and third position, but where'd they go?
It's almost like they were just a little bit nervous, really. You know, you do get like that. If somebody that you know is a really good player is coming at you, you're in a high-pressure situation like this, and it looks like that just got them a little bit, and they tried being a bit patient, a bit more methodical, and it just didn't work out as it gets slotted home by Franz. Sent back downfield. It's going to bounce off the wall. Drumhunter with the block again. Solar's going to send it into the center. Nipchok goes for the shots, but Franz with a great rotation and a great save from him. Solar's going to try and catch it yet again, and it 2 minutes 30 on the clock. We're halfway through, and it is the Ice Pops who are leading at this time.
Yeah, and they put RT on the back foot here, as there's an unfortunate hit on the back rotation. Anima needs to get it with Franz, takes it out of the half, but yeah, the RT need to be going forward now. They need to throw everything at it, because they don't have a life after this one. This is the last game, and this is also the lower bracket, so this could be the end of their playoff run. And surely they want to not end it this early, not in round 1, as they now need to try and build some pressure, get something that worked in the early stages of game number 4 back again, or game number 5 rather, where they scored the 2 quick goals. They need to rediscover that magic that helped them there.
They do need some magic to happen in the next 1 minute and 39 seconds, because otherwise Otherwise, the victory is going the way of the Ice Pops, and if they keep up plays like that, it will go their way as they take another goal to make the score 3-1.
Yeah, what a snipe from France there. Like, coming off of the backboard and like, huh, you want to save? Nope. Just deletes the last defender, leaving Anima with the easy tap-in for a 3-1 lead. But still 90 seconds left on the clock, so as technically a lot of time left for RT to get the last 2 goals that they need right now. But looking at the shot counter again, only 3 shots up until this point. The offense hasn't been thriving this game.
Yeah, the offense hasn't been thriving at all at this point. As it's sent back downfield yet again. Anima's gonna tries to get a shot off, unable to do anything with it though, and it is the clearance is there. Niptrox with a great touch to send it towards the center, but Drum Hunter is there, and it just ends up being a back pass to them. 1 minute left, 2 goals needed for recognized talent. Do you think that they can do that?
I mean, they certainly can, but it's looking ever more unlikely as there's a good shot coming from Drum Hunter, but a good pinch clear from Niptrox to get it out. But France is once again a nuisance on offense with his mechanical abilities, just being able to challenge from every conceivable angle from that pitch. And Ice Pops are playing it very smart. They know they have the lead, and they know they don't need to force anything right now. Their main objective is just keep possession or keep the ball floating, because that's when the RT needs a lot of boost and needs a lot of time to make those touches, or in this case with the touch, as Niptrox puts it wide. And with 10 seconds to go, I think we can call the series in favor of the Ice Pops here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for recognized talent because, you know, we know how hard these guys work, and we know that they have the ability to be in a higher division, as they're just going to slot it home. Lewis Hendo gets a little bit of redemption, potentially that last laugh, so to speak. But this series is going to go the way of the Ice Pops, and recognized talent, they will be out at this point and potentially looking to a promotion tournament, a relegation tournament, that kind of thing.
No way. No way. The Ice Pops, I think they can go far, yes, but making it top 3 would be really, really far. I don't see it coming with a lot of strong teams still in the bracket. So it's unlikely, but anything can happen. Maybe they can make the lower bracket run happen. So
it would be interesting to see.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see, but right now they're looking strong, but I don't think they can pull it off. But they're here to prove me wrong, I guess.
Absolutely. As recognized talent fall to the Ice Pops, and that was a great series. I expected it to be a lot closer, and recognized talent unable to do anything. And you know who you called the Titans of this division. They are going to be going against Domino Academy in the lower bracket round 2.
Wait, Domino Academy lost?
Domino Academy lost to Trinitas Esports 4-2.
That is a very surprising result that I just full on did not expect that to happen. So we're going to have a great match on our stream with English. We have Ascension Kyrios against Nox Esports, I believe, as our next match. Here in just a few minutes, we're gonna go on a short break. Say GG's to recognized talents. Good luck next season, and good luck for the Ice Pops with their lower bracket run.